Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Blue Ridge Hospice celebrating their 30th anniversary. They've got a big gala planned in June, but before that, there's Camp Hope, all kinds of neat stuff to talk about, and we welcome a neat guy, the president and CEO of Blue Ridge Hospice, Ernest Carnevale Jr. And Ernie, great to see you again.
Thank you, Barry. Good to be here.
You know, I don't think I'm oversimplifying this by saying that I think everyone at some point has been touched by Blue Ridge Hospice, either through a friend that was served by Blue Ridge Hospice, a family member. It's amazing, the name and the number of people that have been touched in 30 years.
Oh, I know. It is amazing to me, the number of people that come up to me on a daily basis to say that, yeah, just exactly what you said. You know, a friend of mine has been touched by your organization. I can't believe what the wonderful work you do. I always preface it and say, well, I have 200 people behind me. You may not see them all the time, but we have a large staff of incredible nurses, social workers, bereavement counselors, you name it. We've got a great group that work each and every day with, right now, taking care of about 230 patients a day.
Wow.
We have an 8-bed inpatient care center on Cork Street that you probably know more often than not, seeing people's names that they've been cared for and come through those doors on a regular basis. So I'm very honored and very privileged to work with such a great group of people, and also a great mission of taking care of people in our community.
Absolutely, absolutely. 30 years. You know, and it's so much more than just the in-home and inpatient care. There's, let's talk about Camp Hope that's coming up.
Well, Camp Hope is in its 6th year. The great thing this year, it's a sleepover. So this is the first year that the staff wanted to try having a sleepover. Against my wishes, I said, have you ever done a sleepover before with kids? And they all laughed. Oh, sure. I have. So, but no, I think it'll be a good opportunity and give them more time. This is a special camp in the sense that these are kids, not necessarily family members of hospice patients, but any child in the community that's had a loss, grandparent dying, a parent dying, another sibling. And what we do is we group them by age groups. They all have different colored t-shirts to tell which age they are. And they are with trained bereavement staff. We have an incredible group of bereavement staff, social workers, chaplains who all come and work those 2 days now and spend the time with them through guided activities, telling stories. They usually end the day, or they'll end this weekend with decorating a tree, in which they send a note to their loved one as far as what their memory is of them, or something that they wanted to say. But they really do that under the guise of very well-trained staff. I have a great person by the name of Lynn Gray who organizes this with her team, and as I said, this is the 6th year. We're already advertising for it, so all people have to do, if they have somebody in their family, just give us a call, and we actually have an application process. We have taken care of about 60 kids each time, so from that perspective. And we do a whole bunch of what I call under-the-radar things throughout the year through our bereavement team. We have a Jamming Out the Blues group that kids come part of during the school year, and they come and meet in a group with our bereavement counselors. And counting all the kids that we cared for, about 300 this past year that we've cared for in the community. So when you do hear of a tragedy that occurs, a child getting killed, accidental deaths, we will sometimes get a call, and we'll come in and we provide this service free of charge. How do we do it? Well, free of charge means that we've had some great support in the community to help us do that and send our staff to do that from that perspective. So the nice thing about Camp Hope, it is free. There's no charge for it, but we are always beating the streets looking for donors to help support it. We've got a number of businesses this year that have stepped up. Chick-fil-A every year. Guess what they provide? Lunch. So lunch is provided. So I always show up at lunchtime. I don't know why, but that's when I pop in and go, oh, another good lunch from Chick-fil-A. So they donate, and we have a lot of donors in the community, as you know, that support us for a variety of reasons. But this is one of the better ones. So.
Yeah, and you talk about that bereavement. I don't think a lot of people realize that that there are services available. You know, you're having a tough time getting through a loss. That you're there.
Yeah, and not just for hospice patients. I mean, we are required by law to provide care, bereavement services to Medicare patients and their families after they've passed away. But we've expanded that over the years that I've been with Blue Ridge Hospice, that we've just, anyone calls, and we'll get them into one of our support groups. We'll do individual counseling, and if they need more than that, we'll refer them to a private therapist.
That's awesome. Big 30-year gala coming up June the 2nd.
That's great. We selected Glen Burnie this year to stay right in town, and we already have this great committee of women who are gearing up to have a great party. It's going to be, I think, a butterfly garden party theme this year. It's going to be outside under the tent. Hopefully next year on June 2nd, the weather will be perfect. None of this humidity, just a nice evening.
Right.
I know they're going to have a walk through the gardens beforehand, a nice dinner, probably a few silent auction items. And so if you want to buy a couple of tables, let me know, Barry. I'll sign you up. Channel 3 has always been a great sponsor of our activities, so I know they'll be there. And Terry, I know Terry will be there. I'm sure she will. There's no doubt in my mind. So
you bet.
From that perspective.
You bet. And then real quick, at Blandy, you've got your 5K race in October.
Our 5K race is in October. It's a great fall race. We've done it for many years now, and that October 15th, and that's at 9 o'clock. And it's a great race. We've had over 200 runners each year, and we hope to expand that. Last year, we started taking pledges, so people can actually pledge, and it was very helpful in raising some money. So.
If you'd like to find out more about the services and events at Blue Ridge Hospice, you can log on, blueridgehospice.org. Their phone number 536-5210. And the president and CEO is Ernie Carnevale Jr. And Ernie, it's great to have you here. Thanks for what you guys do. That whole team of 200 plus.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, come back and talk about the 10th anniversary of Bowman Library with Trish Ridgway right after this.